Man, whatever, dog. Okay, first of all, Bruce Lee, you ain't shit, okay? This ain't Enter the Dragon. We're not a bunch of actors, okay? Straight up, homie, I'm about to fuck you up. Let's go, Bruce, okay? You don't want none, okay? I'm gonna come at you, hit you with that shit, okay? You don't want none, Bruce. Come on, dog. What was that? What the hell was that? With EA Sports claiming that their UFC title is a true next-gen game, their presentation on how the game looks and feels is at the forefront to be judged. The first thing you're going to notice right when you start up the game is how well put together the menu screen is. It's very easy and simple to traverse your way throughout the menu, and to be honest with you, the soundtrack for this game is one of the best I've heard. It's easily going to have you and your friends jamming out for weeks to come. Once you decide to play an exhibition match, the roster for EA Sports' UFC will not disappoint. Ranging from all of the different 9 weight divisions in the game, you and your friends are going to have a great time learning the styles and fighting techniques for the many different fighters. Now once the match starts up, the arena and the fighter walkouts look great. The fans look realistic and enthusiastic about watching you fight, and the walkouts themselves look good enough to get you hyped up. However, one of the drawbacks of this aspect of the game is I would have liked to see more of the actual entrance music that are tied to some of the fighters in the UFC.
Vanderlei Silva is the former Pride middleweight champion and one of the greatest fighters to ever come out of Brazil.
But once the bell rings, the game looks superb. Not only are you going to have a great time playing it, but your friends and family members watching you play are going to have a lot of fun. It's for this reason that I can see this game being very popular on Twitch TV. However, with that being said, there is one negative aspect of this game's presentation, and that would be the career mode. Simply put, it's underdeveloped. You play as a contestant on the Ultimate Fighter reality television series. Now, this sounds like a good idea, but the scripted scenes and speeches from Dana White himself leave much room for improvement.
Tomorrow are the elimination fights. You know how hard it was for you to get here. Give it everything you've got. Leave everything inside that octagon. You do not want to be the guy riding home on the bus tomorrow.
I would have liked to see more actual in-game footage, like when you're able to see your teammates cheer you on as you make your way to the octagon. Creativity is very important for EA Sports for the simple fact that a mixed martial arts game has been tried before and failed. Previous developer THQ attempted to make an MMA franchise, but low sale numbers contributed to the company filing for bankruptcy in December of 2012. So the question is, does EA Sports' UFC capture our imagination of fighting inside the octagon? Well, you better believe it. One of the factors contributing to this is the fighting mechanics within the game. They look smooth and are easy to understand. The rippling effects of getting kicked in the ribs or blood flying out of the mouth of a fighter when being clipped by a knee helps you feel immersed in the action and will have you randomly yelling with excitement. Now, along with that comes my favorite aspect of this title, which is the ground game. Now, previous UFC installments like UFC Undisputed made the ground game extremely complicated with a large number of transitions and made it almost impossible to get off your back when you are playing a highly skilled opponent. EA Sports fixes all of that by limiting the amount of transitions you can do on the ground, and from almost any position on your back with the right timing, you can get your opponent off of you and stand up. The health system is also very well developed by incorporating quick recovery. Now, if a body part happens to be hurt or is critically damaged, by protecting yourself and avoiding your opponent, you can heal up pretty fast. Now this basically does a really good job of keeping the fight more evenly paced and can actually make it more exciting by dragging it into the later rounds.
Clean inside leg kick. Now he's blocked.
Trying to finish this fight quickly.
With what is essentially a monopoly over the competition, EA Sports' UFC is the only fighting sports game on the market. So is it gonna give you your MMA fix? Well, for starters, your FighterNet profile gives you detailed stats on your fighting performance. This is not only gonna have you competing against yourself, but also your friends online to see who the better fighter is. And another great addition to the multiplayer is the online tournaments and divisions. Now this adds a very competitive environment into the game and will have you competing for an assortment of different belts and trophies. However, these are just minor positives compared to what seems to be major negatives. The career mode's training sessions become extremely boring and repetitive within just a couple hours of playing the game, and some of the fighting mechanics themselves are actually very frustrating, such as transitioning in the Muay Thai clinch or countering a transition while you're grappling your opponent.
You know, when a guy gets double underhooks on you, it's always a terrible situation.
He gets the takedown late in the round.
EA Sports had their hands full with creating a true next-gen mixed martial arts game. Now through detailed character models and smooth animations of not only the fighters but also the arena and audience, they've accomplished a true octagon experience. They've exceeded THQ's attempt to make a UFC game by simplifying aspects of the combat like the ground game and health system, which in turn makes for a much more exciting match. However, many of the positive aspects like your FighterNet profile and competitive online play are shadowed behind two major negatives. The career mode is repetitive, underdeveloped, and boring, and some of the fighting mechanics, although they look smooth, can be very frustrating. With the popularity of mixed martial arts on the rise, EA Sports lays a solid foreground for what I think will be a successful franchise. But with room for much desired improvement, EA Sports' UFC receives an 8.0. What's up guys, if you liked the video and you want to see more from Thug Life Gaming, then comment below, click the thumbs up button, share the video with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, this week's comment spotlight goes to Chris Rogers, aka Blitzkrieg TLG. Now he left a comment saying, you know, he thought that the trailer breakdown was some of my best work, and he also mentioned how proud he was of me and the rest of the YouTube channel, so thank you man, you know I love you, brah. Thank you for the comment. This week's shout out of the week for the person that's been helping me promote Thug Life Gaming actually goes to two different people, the first of which is TLG Phantom and the second is Maverick Forever. Now both of these guys message me, stop in every now and then and just kind of, you know, let me know that they're still continuing to promote the community, and they just ask me, you know, how everything's going. So thank you guys for always checking in on me. I love it. Now it's time for the Thug of the Week. How you get the Thug of the Week is you fill out the form on the contact page of thuglifegaming.com letting me know what makes you a thug. This week's winner goes to Crew Noriega. Now this is a guy I met on Titanfall, and every time I play with him I can hear his kid in the background. He's always having a fun time playing with his kid, laughing with him, and he's always teaching him, you know, good stuff, telling him to say yes sir, no sir, and he's just being a good dad. So I wanted to give him a little bit of recognition, man. Keep it up. But that's it for this week, guys. You know what it is. I had a lot of fun making this video. I can't wait to make more for you guys next week. Take it easy.